I just got finished eating, and
Me
first
too.
let me say welcome to aerobic workouts with Adolfo Hitler. I didn't know what else to call. I didn't know what else to call it. And sorry I look like shit, but what can you do? And we had Kentucky Fried Chicken, and
I went to Wendy's. I got a Baconator.
oh, I love the Baconators. They are like so filled with bacon and hamburger. And I threw my hair back, so what can you do? And my mom hated it at the top. She said, "Your hair looks like a piece of shit. Get that off before I cut it off." What can you do? You know. But yeah, so I went to make rosaries today with my
What's that?
a rosary is like one of those Catholic things that Madonna wears around her neck. It has like a crucifix at the end of it,
Oh,
and
okay.
like a bunch of beads that you wear like it looks like a necklace, but it's just a I mean, and not just a it's a called a sacramental to and it's used to pray the rosary or to think about the life of Jesus and Mary and all the saints and all that stuff. And but yeah, so I like to go make rosaries on Monday, and I
That's cool.
the guy I'm having sex with came with me, and uh, tomorrow's his birthday. He's going to be 24. And Dawn, my friend Dawn Depper, she came with too, and she had like two abortions. I don't bitch about it, and what can you do? She doesn't bitch about me being a big fag, making like an anaconda, sucking everything up in the men's bathroom, and so you know I do that anymore. What can you do? And
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, so we got finished. I took them home. We went to Old Country Buffet after that. Oh, they were so mad. Some black lady was like hitchhiking, and I picked her up in the truck. And James and Dawn were like, "Don't do that. You're gonna die," because they were afraid that we were gonna get killed because of all the. I guess they were afraid of all the hitchhikers or something that
I
they
never see anybody hitchhiking.
do what
I never see anybody hitchhiking.
over there in Evansville. Yeah,
No.
well, there's a lot of people. This lady was hitchhiking on the freeway, and I was on the freeway. I was just going to south to go to Old Country Buffet to go eat, and with James and Don, and I picked her up, and they nearly had a cow. They were totally freaking out, and I was like, no, I just gave James a $1,200 furnace for free that came out of our house minus depreciation, of course, and we got a new one here a few days ago, and he's like whining that I'm going to give some woman a free ride, maybe like about 15 miles south, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
what a greedy bitch and selfish. So it didn't make me mad. It just made me distrust him even further. Because I mean, why shouldn't I be nice to everybody? I'm Catholic. I mean, I'm supposed to love everybody. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to be selective. And so what can you do? But yeah, so Dawn and James yelled at me, and then like I was like riding on empty as it is, and I'm still empty. I still got to get oil in the truck and all that kind of crap. Got to put maybe like 3 quarts of oil because I'm like totally low.
Uh, yeah.
And I don't know if I should mix oil though. I've got like 5W40 or something, and I don't know. But we still haven't put our Christmas tree up yet.
Oh, you
I
haven't?
still gotta continue to. Yeah, we haven't. I really just, and then plus when my brother's godson's great godson's grandmother died, and so now nobody wants to do anything for Christmas, and but I know I need to put it up for my mother's sake, and otherwise I'm good with just putting up the nativity set, but everything else can I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't have that holiday cheer. I understand people are happy and everything's focused on materialistic things. I don't hear any motherfuckers say "Happy Birthday, Jesus."
Yeah.
And it's like jingle bells, give me presents, and I'll maybe have sex with you, or if you give me a lot of money and a whole bunch of booze and a house and animals and fur coats too. I don't. I don't know.
Hmm.
But happy birthday to Jesus, loving Jesus. But whatever. What can you do? You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, sorry it took me forever to get done. Oh my God, I was supposed to be at work at 11 o'clock with those people, and I ended up getting there like around 1 o'clock. And I called. And I said, "Listen, I'm gonna just postpone the whole thing for today, and I'll go to work like tomorrow." And they said, "Okay," because I only had 1 hour left.
Where do
And
you
then I
work
couldn't get
at?
on time for nothing. I'm making rosaries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so, um, and James is Baptist, and Dawn was Baptist, but she's Catholic now, and um, I guess she converted her some for her husband. No, her husband stood Baptist, and so. But anyway, they're good people. They're nice people. I don't judge Dawn. Dawn is like kind of like um, she's not mentally retarded, but she's has been diagnosed as being slow, and I guess
Yeah,
her
I know
parents
what you
wanted
mean.
and her parents had, Dawn's on disability, and her parents didn't want her getting pregnant because they feared that her disability might get cut. So they made Dawn abort the two kids that she would have had. And
Oh, they made
I
her.
understand. Yeah, they made her because Dawn was screwing around with a whole bunch of horny Mexican guys up in Whiting, Indiana. And um, so, I mean, I think that she would have been a good mother. I really do. Just because you're retarded doesn't mean that you're like retarded. It just means that you might have a um, stumbling block when it comes to learning or something. Not like a
Yeah.
stumbling block, but like a challenge to learning for some odd reason. So, but Dawn's all right. She said, her and I are really good friends. She said we'd probably be married if I weren't a fag.
She said that.
Yeah, Dawn's got balls. She has no filter. I think it's because she's retarded. Not retarded, but retarded.
Yeah,
And
I know what you mean.
and so she has no filter, and she'll just say things right out. And sometimes it's embarrassing, but all the time it's funny. God bless Dawn. And then James came with tomorrow's his birthday, and I think he's expecting me to buy him a tablet or something. But I've already given him so much, and like he smokes that weed and all that, and he smokes a lot of weed. And his family smokes weed, and they fight over it. His mother's boyfriend wants to kick him out of the house, and but yeah, what can you do? What was that you were lifting up?
Oh, it's a guitar tuner. I just clipped it onto my computer.
Oh, but yeah. All I know is that I'm happy with Diet Pepsi. I'm good with that.
Hmm. I'm drinking Sprite.
Yeah. Diet or just regular?
I think regular.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I should be drinking Diet Pop. I've been hearing so many horrific things about it. I think I should just be drinking straight pop. But I'm
I,
afraid
I
of
like
getting.
I like Diet Cokes better than regular.
Yeah. Diet Coke's better than regular Coke? Yeah, me too. The first time I used to drink Coke all the time. Then when I switched to Diet Coke, honest to God, it tasted like some kind of dirty bath water that had saccharin in it, and it just tasted nasty. And I could not, for the life of me, think to myself that I'd be drinking Diet Coke. And the only reason I drink more Diet Coke now than I do Pepsi is because it's everywhere. The only places I can get Diet Pepsi is, off the at the store and from Taco Bell and from Kentucky Fried Chicken and I think from Pizza Hut. And if I don't go to those locations, then I'm not getting, beverage of Diet Pepsi. And because I think the Diet Pepsi is a bit more sweeter than Diet Coke, but yeah, Diet Coke, it might as well be, I don't know. It's gross. But Coke used to taste better to me. Now that I've gotten addicted to Diet Coke, um, or whatever, I just
Do you like Coca-Cola Zero?
that actually tastes exactly like Coca-Cola. And whether I like it, I do, but I don't. I like the fact that there's no calories. I don't like the fact that it tastes like Coca-Cola Classic. I used to love Coca-Cola Classic. I'm like, I'm an American. I'm drinking, Coca-Cola Classic. But now I'm thinking, why did I ever drink that? It tastes if you could like dissolve Vivarin into, which is like a stimulant to keep you awake all the time, into water, and that's basically what Coca-Cola tastes like, and with a little bit of caramel flavoring, and but I mean I like Coke, but I don't really like it that much as in comparison to Diet Pepsi. Um, and Diet Pepsi kind of tastes like the regular Pepsi, but the regular Pepsi is just too sugary for me. I don't know. I guess I've gotten out of the hang of all that sugar stuff, and but it's not true. I mean, I'll still drink things with sugar in it all the time. But I love the Crystal Light. I love the waters.
I do like it.
I totally love the waters, and I love to drink water because I just feel more healthier drinking water. And I've been trying to switch my diet to like more of a um, nuts and fruits and vegetables kind of thing because I want to live. I want to be healthy. And I've eaten so much processed food and it's taken its toll out on my body. And I hate myself for eating fast foods. I really do. And when I'm in
But it's
charge of my
so
own life,
good,
what?
fast food.
Yeah, I know. I know. Do you eat a lot of fast food?
Uh, somewhat. Yeah, I do a lot.
I confess I eat it every day.
I don't
So
eat it every day,
I
but
eat it every day.
maybe a couple times a week.
Yeah, I totally eat it every day, and I hate myself for doing it. Because I mean, like, I'm right at Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's every morning for breakfast, and now I'm going to Taco Bell, Dunkin' Donuts, and McDonald's. McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, and Taco Bell. And and if I get in the mood, I'll go to Subway too. And just because I'll go to McDonald's for their oatmeal and their sausage burritos. I'll go to Dunkin' Donuts for a half dozen donuts, a low fat or reduced fat blueberry muffin, two small decaffeinated coffees, and maybe a pretzel twist. And I'll go to Taco Bell for one of those AM Crunch Wraps and a large Diet Pepsi with extra ice. And if I get in the mood, I'll go across the street to Subway for like one of their egg sandwiches or whatever, for like egg and bacon sandwiches or something for breakfast. I like Subway, but the people that work at Subway just cop an attitude like you can't imagine. They act like they're like they act like they're being talked down to, and nobody's talking down to them. And some of the people there, when once you get done with them and everything, or once they're done with you, they're like, "God bless you." They're saying it real snide and shit though, like you treated them like shit, and then they're like trying to bless you to like rub it in like they're so much holier than you. I'm like, bitch, do the fucking job. And what can you do, you know? And and stuff. What's that?
Yeah, I just hate it when they get my orders wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody said, or was it you that said that there should be like a third window so that you could return the food in order to get the order right?
I've never thought
I could have
about
swore
that.
I could have swore you said that in one of your geeks. I thought that was just hilarious. I could have swore it was you. Maybe it was somebody else.
Yeah,
I could
I don't
I
know
could
if
have
it was
swore it was you.
me.
Do what?
Yeah, I don't think that was me.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I feel so matronly today, so big and fat. But what can you do? And yeah, I didn't have much KFC. I passed up on the chicken pot pie
Is that good?
because It's delicious, but it has like a billion milligrams of salt in it or something, So I didn't want to die of salt toxicity or saline toxicity, so I said, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna eat it. I'll just have some like chicken nuggets, or not nuggets, but chicken strips from KFC," and that's what I did. I had like
Do you
two
have
of
a
them.
Lee's chicken down there?
Do what?
Do you have a Lee's chicken?
Lee's chicken? No.
Yeah,
There's like
they're really good.
a Hardee's chicken, Popeye's chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Church's chicken.
Yeah, we don't have church's chicken.
Church's, I think, is from Louisiana too, or something. Um, yeah, most of the chicken stuff we have up here comes from the South, and we might have a Lee's chicken, but I don't. But I don't. It might be like in Maryville or Chicago or some place that is a municipality that has a lot of stores and stuff and
What
restaurants.
about,
We have a
I
lot
know
of
this is
restaurants.
kind of like a local place. It's not a place, but it's like they sell it around here locally. It's Grippo's chips. Have you ever had those?
Grippo?
Yeah,
I've never had Grippo's chips.
Grippos.
Huh. Yeah, it must be a local brand.
Yeah, they're really
Somebody's
good.
making big money on those chips. I'm telling you, somebody's making big money on those chips. This, people buy chips all the time, and those bags are not cheap. I'll buy Doritos for a bag for like $4 or $5,
I
and
had to pay like the other day about a bag of Doritos, and it was like $2.50, I think.
that's a good price. Yeah.
And I
How big
also
was
got
the
like
bag?
just a regular size bag, not the
Yeah,
small ones, but just big. It's not like family
yeah.
size or anything.
Hmm.
And I also bought like a cheese dip to go with it, and that whole thing was like $2.50 too. Just a little can of, you know, cheese dip.
Yeah. French onion dip. I love French
Yeah,
onion.
that's good with like Lay's,
Yeah,
Ruffles.
yeah, yeah. I love Pringles potato chips. Love those. And but yeah, I usually get like these things called Munchos. They're $2, and
Oh yeah,
they're
they
like
have those at the store down the road.
pota- potato crisps or something, and they are delicious. To me, they're more satisfying than a regular potato chip or something. Maybe they have a lot of salt in them in comparison to potato chips. I don't know, but
Yeah, my dad loves those.
I love those things. They're cheap and they're satisfying. I could eat the whole bag. The only problem is that you can get hypertension from eating too much salt, and um, you can also get gout, or like where you're like your ankles swell up and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Chinese today.
So what was up with that baby you posted on your Facebook with the one
The
eye?
baby. Oh my God! Like I was just sometimes when I respond to people, I like stalk everyone else who's not stalk, but like I guess investigate or stalk, okay, whatever, and other people and their posts and to see what they say and I was looking at this one guy, a Muslim dude who said something about something. I was just following what he said, and then I noticed that he posted this thing about a baby who had one eye, and it was real. And it said something about like when a baby in Israel is, I guess in Palestinian prophecy, or says that when it, or no, Islamic prophecy says that when a baby with one eye is born in Israel, that that's the time of judgment or something like that. And I'm like, I believe it, but uh, I don't. I do, and I'm thinking, wow. I was more fascinated that the infant had no nose and had one eye and one mouth that looked like it had a cleft palate, and I felt so sorry for it. And I'm like, how is this heavy-set baby gonna live? You know? if it can't breathe out of its nose, how does it breathe? And how
I
does the
guess
baby
out of
breathe?
his mouth.
Oh yeah, duh. And so, well, that his throat or her throat or whatever the baby's sex was, must have a really dry mouth from having to inhale. Create a nose for the nose is open, is connects to the sinuses. It's connected to the mouth, and if they create a nose for the child or the infant, there's really nothing to it. Just make this kind of like shape, and with two
Mhm.
holes, it's connected to the sinuses, and hopefully any like debris from flying in there and clogging sinus cavities or something. And I
Mhm.
felt so sorry for it. But then the one eye. Oh, I'm going to put my eyeshadow on my one eye and do my eyebrow. I can't imagine that baby growing up okay. I mean, I could, but because I mean, I know that there are people who like have like two heads, and they're
Yeah,
connected, and there's
I
more
think you
than
ever heard
one.
those
There's a whole
girls? I think
bunch of
their
them.
names are like Abby and Brittany, and
Yeah,
they have two heads.
yeah. I think that's so cool, though. I don't have a problem with it. And I think that, I mean, I guess my mind gets dirty, and I'm thinking, I wonder how they have sex. I wonder if they masturbate.
I
If
was thinking about that
I
too.
wonder if one's gay, one's straight, and they argue each other and hate each other because they can't stand each other because one's gay, one's straight. And then, how do you fight over that if one's gay and one's straight? And they're like, don't you do that with my vagina, or don't you do that? I want a penis there, or something like that. And so, that's got to be crazy. I thank God I'm not in that situation. I would go nuts. And then if one gets horny and the other one's like, no, I'm not horny. Let's don't do anything. And a big fight. Can you see them beating each other with their two hands, two arms? That would totally. Why did it take Jenny Jones off the air? I would love to see stuff like that. You
Why'd they
know,
take what?
why did they have to take Jenny Jones off the air? She was like an Oprah, except really cool. Except she wasn't black; she was white, and she's from Canada. And she used to have a talk show, I think, out of Chicago or something. And she was really fun. And there was a lot of fun talk shows. I used to watch. I used to be addicted to talk shows. I used to be addicted to Oprah until she became such a big fat black bitch, and then she's like judging everybody. And here she's living in mortal sin. She's living with a man, and she's not even married to him. And then she's um, her abortions too, and nobody's bitching at her, and she's like pointing the finger at everyone for everything they do wrong. And so I don't know, I'm uncomfortable. I love Maury. He's funny. You are the father. I love that stuff. It's
Yeah, dude.
hilarious. I'm putting on lotion. It's Gold Bond. It was like 99 cents. I had to buy it, and it smells good. But what can you do? But yeah, I wish I had some two-headed friends. I wish they had like a YouTube channel I could follow, or like
Or like a
Facebook
Facebook
friends.
page.
Oh my God, how do you make a profile with a person with two heads on Facebook? I get separate profiles, I suppose. And what can you do? That is just terrible. But yeah, I'd love to have some friends like that. So I imagine they'd probably be far more humble and far more accepting of that baby with one eye. And so a lot of the people in the Muslim world are like, oh, Assalamu alaikum or something like that. And or as Americans might make fun of them, Oscar Mayer Bacon. Oh, Oscar Mayer Bacon. And I wouldn't do that though, because but yeah, what can you do? And they'd probably be okay with it because they actually kind of think that that child is some kind of god. But I'm sure it's not. It's just well, I don't know. But
Yeah.
what can you do? My elbow is hurting me so bad. It's like all dark right here.
Yeah, mine used to kind of get like that.
Yeah, when I because like I use it too much or something to put my elbows on, and what I usually do is if I develop too much of a skin here, I'll either just like sand it off with a body sander, or I will use like a fingernail file and stuff. And then, of course, making the skin so sensitive is not a great thing, so I'll put cream on it. But for some odd reason, it kind of itched today. Yesterday, I got high. Was it yesterday? I don't remember. I don't do that shit. I don't. If it's a prescription, I'm okay with it. But yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, I accidentally got high with somebody, and I didn't mean to, because they were just smoking POT, and I thought, well, I'll take a shotgun, whatever that is, like where they blow it into your mouth or something. It was
Yeah.
James. It was James, and uh, I didn't think anything of it, anything was going to happen. And then I started like freaking out. I felt like my body was detached from my mind was detached from my body, and I start like having all these like premonitions. I told James that I think he's going to go to jail or prison, and I ended up saying it was going to go to a county jail or something for a spell, and he actually agreed with that later. I'm like, oh my god, because I mean I get really intuitive when I'm around people with who smoke weed, because for some odd reason, they do it to enjoy it. When I'm around it, I get like all psychic and stuff. I don't know why it happens, but it does. And so it's like I could see things happening, or it's bad enough that I'm kind of psychic more. Okay, I'm more than psychic. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I'm psychic, sort of, for the most part. I mean, I could predict things in the future, and I don't pay attention to them as they're happening, and then I end up part of that story, and I'm like, what the f? Why didn't I pay attention? You know, like
Yeah.
I predicted so many things, and then I predict them, then I forget about them, then they happen. And I've predicted murders, and I'm like, why don't I write this shit down? Because I could really help people or something, I think, just by telling them, hey, I think something's going to happen on your future, look out for it, and maybe try to avoid it. But then again, you can't avoid what's inevitable, I suppose. But, prayer changes everything. And, yeah. But yeah, and when I took James and Dawn out to eat today at Old Country Buffet,
Mhm.
what's her name? Dawn ate like this big ass salad. I'm okay with that. She's diabetic, and and then she had a piece of chicken and two things. So she ate sensibly for a diabetic, and I'm sure all that lettuce and all that good stuff filled her up. But James ate like an 8-year-old boy. He ate macaroni and cheese, nachos, mashed potatoes, every possible. He had no meat. He had every possible um, junk food that Old Country Buffet offered, and all carbohydrates, and it's going to give him like a big sugar high. Not well, sugar high in the sense because sugar is a depressant and it makes you depressed. It doesn't, make you zippy. It depresses you, and um, he's going to be so full and so bloated from all that sugar, and it's just a shame. That was like about like $13 a person or something. It ended up being like $34 and some cents, and that's all I had. And who in the f is going to take anybody out for that kind of money? Well, it was like 3 people, but still, I could see or understand like $5 or $7 per person, but 34. Ugh. And yeah, and if I'm going to pay for someone, I expect them to eat everything on their plate and everything off of everybody else's plate. Just because that's a lot of money to spend on food, and it
Yeah.
wasn't my money to spend. What can you do? I probably won't take him out again because I'm tired of him eating like a bird, and now like like an 8-year-old boy. The requirement of fruits and vegetables, of breads and cereals, and dude, all the dude is having is breads and cereals. Makes no sense, and he is like really, he's thin. He's got muscles, So I guess maybe he needed all that, but he's the one who smokes POT, and that pot is really ruining his family. His mom does it, he does it, his mother's boyfriend does it, and they act like I hate to say it, but he acts like a drug abuser. Every time he wants to get money, it's because it's going to be applied toward drugs for
Yeah.
pot. Grow the shit. Move to damn well, what do you call it?
Um,
Colorado or Washington. Do it there where it's safe. Don't do it in an illegal state like Indiana. I wish Indiana would legalize marijuana. Would I smoke it? Probably not. Maybe once in a blue moon. Maybe if I had cancer. Not that that's funny, but 'cause I hear it's supposed to be good for cancer. Maybe I should start in advance so I don't get it. But I just don't see myself doing it because it would leave me chill all the time and not want to do anything and just like be vegged out. And I'm like, there is so much more to life than being high. I don't get it. I mean, I follow a lot of people on Keek who love to get high. And I'm like, yeah, legalize marijuana. Would I do it? No. I'm sure that maybe I would here and there. Obviously, I did. I did yesterday. I haven't done that crap in a long time, and I felt bad about it because I didn't think. I thought I would get like a little buzz. I didn't like an alcoholic buzz, but I didn't think I was going to be like having an out of body experience. And so that pissed me off. And then we were in this like house that James is helping fix, and it's abandoned, and we go there to have sex. And then I got all paranoid and scared. Then he leaves the lights on. I'm like, dude, if you're not paying for that, turn off the lights. Electricity costs money, and if you're not paying for it, at least be considerate to the landlord who does own it, so they don't have to pay a lot in electricity, and that way, whatever money that is saved for the landlord can be applied to James and his family because they're fixing it up for the landlord.
yeah.
Yeah. What can you do? Yeah, tomorrow's James' birthday. He turns 24, and I'm telling you, he's gonna age fast with all that smoking. And I tried to help pay for his. Um, oh my God, Brooks, do you think you'd be ever interested in real estate?
No, probably not.
Because you can make money fast in real estate. And all you have to, are you good at math? Because all you got to do is math. Basically,
No, not good at it.
add, subtract, divide, and multiply. Just to figure out the cost of a house and how much you get paid from the cost of that house. And the brokerage will give you like either 2% or 3% of the 6% that they earn from the sale of that house. So like if you sold the house for $100,000, you guys would get $6,000, and the brokerage would take 3% of that, which is 3,000, and you get the other 3,000 clear. So that's $3,000 just for showing somebody a house and going like, this is the bathroom, here's the kitchen, enjoy, and just going home and like, yay, I got paid $3,000 or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. I wish I would have gotten into it. I'm so stupid for not having gotten into it. And now I wish I had. And if I do, and I plan to, I'm going to go to like another state or something to sell it because I can't sell it in Indiana. I maybe might be able to sell it in Illinois, but yeah, and stuff. And I'm just happy that Charles Manson is getting married
Me
or
too.
something like that. If anyone deserves some pussy, it's Charles Manson. They have made him that they have made that man suffer so bad for nothing.
Yeah, they have.
You know. And if Eileen Wuornos were living, I would have said not guilty, and I would have let her go kill another billion men. Because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. I would have looked the other way. I'm sorry, but men need to learn to keep their penises in their freaking pants. They need to learn that you don't have to attack some woman that doesn't want your dick. There's a billion fags out there who will suck it, and let you stick it up their booty holes for free, for nothing, and they'll beg you to come back. And yeah, I don't get guys. I don't understand why men feel that they need to rape women, because
Yeah.
like here I am, look, always on the sniff for DICK, and I don't do nothing. I have no social life. All I do is like stay on this computer and like read my books and study for school and take care of my mom, and that's all I do. I don't get out. Most I do is masturbate, and so it would be nice if I could have a trick now and then, and instead of having some stupid black dude going to rape some tiny little white woman who doesn't want him, is probably going to freak out if, or her family's going to freak out because she's having a black baby. and, and all kinds of shit like that. Why put someone through that trauma? Bring the dick here and give me some, and then get the fuck out of my house. And
Yeah.
but no, they're stingy. And so I'm thinking like send them to jail, send them to prison. That's where they deserve to be. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad that Charles Manson is totally, hopefully they have children.
Well,
Um,
he's not gonna
he's
be
gonna
allowed to have conjugal visits.
I hope he does. I really do, because if they're married, then they have to allow it, no matter what.
Yeah, well, I heard like all of the people in the 1990s that were serving a life sentence aren't allowed. They're still alive, aren't allowed to have conjugal visits.
That's crazy. That is so crazy.
Yeah, I wanted them to have like a baby.
I do too. I do too. I just think it is a shame what the criminal justice system has done to Charles Manson. Sure, he may have been charismatic to the people who were following him or chilling out with him, but he didn't
Mhm.
kill him. They did. You know?
Yeah, they were gonna put him to death too. They were.
Yeah. And the people who did the killing were let go. I don't understand that. Or were given minimal sentences and they're already out or something. And oh, he's the mastermind. Psh, give me a break. You know. I just feel so sorry for that guy.
I've sent him a
But
letter before. He'd reply to me, but he never did.
yeah, he probably is too busy, or probably, I don't know.
He gets tons of mail.
Yeah, tons of fan mail. What can you do? I don't know one person today that would, say anything bad about Charles Manson. I
And it
really,
makes me mad when people like put say like, oh, he's a murderer and things like that,
yeah,
or a cult leader.
yeah, yeah. They don't know what they're talking about when they say stuff like that. That's unfortunate because he's not. I mean, like I said, he was just someone who people like to hang around with, you know. And with the swastika thing on his forehead, I'm like, okay, that might have been scary back in the day, but it's not scary anymore. And the origination of the swastika didn't even start in Germany. It started in Tibet because that was their symbol for peace. And the Germans took
I think
it
that's
and
probably why he does it. I don't think he does it like like being a Nazi or anything like that.
for not think that he's using it the correct way. That's what his group was all about to begin with, peace, a
Yeah.
very egalitarian lifestyle. And there were some Caucasians who were like hard consumerism people. They believed in consumerism, and they lived high above the regular people in America. And Sharon Tate, unfortunately, was one of those people. Beautiful actress. Played in Valley of the Dolls. I hated that movie, but it showcased just how beautiful she was, and I'm very sorry that she was killed. She and her baby. Oh my God, that for I don't condone violence upon anyone. I understand that she represented what some of the Manson followers hated, which is extreme consumerism, which we have today. I don't think that Charles Manson would be very appreciative of today's blacks who are equally as addicted to consumerism as Sharon Tate and her family. That one guy who got her pregnant, he's been said to be Roman Polanski. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a really good artist, or not? I mean, a director or something. Yeah. And so, I mean, I forgive him too. He's got an open mind. Um, I think most Polish people have an open mind, or people from the Midwest are very open-minded, and if they're Polish, and or Eastern European extraction, like the head of the Church of Satan,
Yeah.
Shandor Levay, and that's I forget his real name, but he was like right over here in Cook County. When you came to Chicago, you were basically visiting Shandor Levay's, real hometown, where his mom and dad gave birth to him and all that before they moved out west. And yeah, we got some definitely unique people in the Midwest who when traveling elsewhere, people
Yeah.
learn just how unique we are in here. Very unique. And so I think like he was more or less trying to. Um, I don't think. I mean, from everything I saw about Chandra LeVay, he was just like the nicest person who was broke. Because he was hard up for money, and when you're young, you're horny sometimes, and a lot of horny, and so you want to do all kind of crazy stuff like he did, and not that it was crazy, because everything he did is back then, by today's standards, would have been very um, prim and very proper and kind of sorta, but I'm just happy that
Hello?
Hitler mission of his future wife's parents, and so I'm praying to God that she has a baby, and I'm praying to God that he chills out. Not that he's not chilled, but I mean I'm
Who?
praying to God that he is very happy to know that he can give um, pass on his seed through having children, even though he's in his 80s or something like that.
Who just
Let
turned
him
80?
have kids. Do what?
Just turned 80.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's still a good age. If he can get it up, I'm like, go for it. Just
Mm-hmm.
because I think his progeny have a chance at life. I have no. People hate him. So true. So true. But I just wish he wasn't associated with all those murders, because he would have made a brilliant politician. I
Charles
truly.
Manson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I think that's probably what people were afraid of, that he would make a brilliant politician and those people would be out of a job. And that's why I think that they had to do something. Half of the stuff that we read in the media is just not true. They're all fabricated lies. And so I usually take everything with a grain of salt. I don't believe a thing. If I get news from other news sources outside of America, I'm more likely to believe them than I am to believe anything from America. And then when I look at, one channel, I have to look at all of them and then try to figure out where the truth is from that. Because people have their agendas, to get a message that they want across. Oh, Lord have mercy. I froze there for a minute. I look like one of those Chinese guys, like those middle-aged Chinese guys or something from one of those movies. I come to teach you kung fu. or however that does. But I love Jackie Chan. The young
Yeah.
Jackie Chan, not too crazy about the older one and stuff. Yeah. Did you eat supper?
Yeah, I had my baconator.
Oh, that's right, duh. Yeah, you gotta forgive me, Brooks. Half the time I forget everything that I do or that people tell me like in 30 seconds. So if I ask something like 5 times, it's because, it's this thing is going.
Dude, that's fun. I'm kind of like,
Yeah, but I imagine eventually we'll put up the Christmas tree. We're already in the second week of Advent, and there's 2 more weeks before Christmas or something, and
hmm
or 2 or 3, and I would hate to not have a tree up, but everybody's just so bummed that our relative or by law passed away, and love Jesus and everything, but to me, I can only see him through the people I'm around. Like I see Jesus in you, I see Jesus in my mom and in my brother, and these are the people I have to love rather than the spiritual kind of thing. But I think that's what God would want anyway. You know, us to love who we're with rather than be spiritually voluptuous, fattened up on all kind of spiritual works that are meaningless because we didn't attend to the human beings in our lives. And
yeah,
that seems to be so important. Because I know that Jesus was in I was just talking to this Jehovah Witness guy who came over because I love to talk about Jesus, and he brought his Bible and he was like, "There's no hell." I'm like, "I think there is. I'm sorry." And so, um, and he was trying to argue the point of no hell. I forget where I was going with all that, but oh yeah, because we ended up in this Ecclesiastes or something where Jesus separates the cows and the goats, or not the cows, but the sheep and the goats. I
yeah,
was gonna say Jesus separates the cows and the chickens, but the goats and the sheep, and says you were nice to me and really chill and cool. Come and hang out with me in my father's home or house. Welcome. And then he tells the goats, you didn't feed me, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, and like when did we do that? We didn't do that. And he said every time you did it to the least of among you, you did it to me. So that fucking hurts. I mean, and stuff. That reminds me. I think I told you. Um, so yeah, so that's why I was saying that hell is eternal because those guys the goats are going off to pasture in eternal hell, and he's like, no, there's no hell. I'm like, I don't know, man, I don't know. I think there is, but yeah. So so I'm glad I gave that black lady a ride today against James and Dawn's wishes. They're like, don't pick her up, you're crazy, you're gonna get killed. I have a habit of picking people up. I don't care if they're heavyset black. I don't care if they're, because on one hand, sometimes I'm selfish. I'll think, okay, maybe they'll give me some money for gas. But in general, I'm like, let me pick that person up because they need a ride, and that's Jesus. And I think everybody's like that. No matter what kind of condition they're in, I don't care if they got the two heads, if they got the one eye, if they're transgendered, if they're gay, straight, bisexual. I don't care if they're half human. Um, that I just still feel that God is in everybody, everything, and I need to honor that. And when I see God in need, I'm right there to pick him up and to help because I love Jesus so much. And so I see Jesus in everything. I'm such a crazy fag, I know. But that's the way it is. Even if I get killed, I'm like, okay.
you're frozen.
Yeah, I always try.
Oh no, now
I'm
you're not.
frozen.
You were for a
Okay,
minute
good.
there. If I don't respond to what you say, it's because it's like making you talk real slow, and I can't understand what it says, what you're saying sometimes.
Okay, no problem. Yes, sometimes. Are you able to hear me okay from your side right now?
Yeah,
Okay. Maybe it's because I was away from the microphone a little bit, so I wasn't picked up well
yeah.
and stuff. Did you guys put your tree up yet? I think I asked that before, but I'll take a risk and ask again.
Put it up like the day before or like the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's when we were going to do it too. I don't know why we didn't. I'll probably put it up today or something, and because I know I have school, and next week is my last week of school. I don't think I should go back next semester. I don't want to. I'm exhausted. I have so much to do here. But I'm trying to get the hell out of school because if anything, God forbid, should happen to my family, all I have is me, and I have no family other than me. And that's
Yeah,
going to leave me very sad. That's going to leave me wondering, what the hell am I going to do? What on earth am I going to do? And I am like the craziest person out there. Who could possibly hire me? You know, all I could do is like make money by acting crazy or something. And I don't know what to do myself. And maybe I'm majoring in English. I'm majoring in English, but I don't want to teach anyone's kids because I'll probably kill them all for acting like assholes. And if they're like a bully, I'll probably hang them in class. Sounds like you got a phone call.
no, I don't have a call.
Oh, I see. God love our parents and stuff. So I don't want to teach anybody's kids. I wouldn't mind working in a college, but then I'd be like, okay, I want to have sex with all these people in my classroom, and I want to make more money. So I'll have to get another job, and I don't know. I guess maybe there's a little bit of desire to make more, just so I could have more things. And I don't know why I'm so materialistic. I really don't, but I
Mhm.
am. Girl or something. I don't know. Like Madonna. Well, she's a weird one. Funny
Yeah,
though.
I listen to her.
I used to love Madonna all the time. Now I'm kind of over it. I don't like a lot of her music anymore. It just seems so bizarre. But she has a really good looking son named Rocco. Oh my god, he is so hot. And her daughters are so beautiful. And so she turned out to do all right. You know, what can you do? I just wish I had kids. Now I'm regretting it. But then again, maybe if I had kids, I'd probably regret that too.
If you ever had
Well,
kids, would you want to have boys or girls?
do what?
Would you want to have boys or girls?
I would like to have children, and I don't really care about their sex because whatever God gives me is what I'm supposed to have. And I mean, my girls can be boys and my boys can be girls. So even if I had a boy, I might not be happy with him, but I'd be happy with my daughter who was a boy. You know, and if I had a boy, what if he turned out like a fag like me? I'd be like, I don't need this queen in my house. I'm going to kill him, you know, or something. And so with me, I'm open. I'm not all about the penis rules the world because I don't believe that for 1 minute. Because if that were true, how would a male reproduce? Whereas a female, to me, dispenses life to the world, and that's why we have, an idolation. That's why we idolize the women are in our lives. It's their life to the world through their vaginas, through their hearts, through their everything, you know. And so I think it's a woman's world rather than a man's world. So although there's a lot of what do they call it, where the male, it's like, although it's like a male dominated society, those men wouldn't be able to dominate if it weren't for the women letting them dominate. All a woman has to do is cross her legs, kill that motherfucker, and say, F you, I'm going to start me a new society, and you're not part of it. And I think that's why, a lot of religious groups try to say you're mine or you're this or you're that, and like women should and could stand up and say, "F you, I'm myself and I'm my own, and no one owns me. And if I want to chill with you, then we could chillax. But if not, then piss off. I'm going to find my own partner, whether it's male or female." And so, but if I had children, I would be happy with whatever child God gave me, and um, as far as having the male line or the female line, I'm just happy with having that child um, be who he or she is and give to the world whatever gifts that child has to offer that was given by God. But I'd like to have a lot of kids, just because I want to dress them and um, dress them up. I would feel like I was playing with dolls or something. I don't
Yeah.
think I would be like a soccer mom. I don't think I'd be crazy like a pageant, mom or something. But I definitely want to see my kids happy. I want to see them playing. I want to see them loved and being loved. I want to see them being happy because that would give me a peace of heart or a peace of mind, peace of heart, a peace of mind, and a sense of relaxation of my anxious mind. And if I were to die, I would want to die knowing that my family's loving, knowing that they're being loved and loving others and giving like that. And I don't think I could ask for anything more. I don't know what I would ask for.
Mhm.
But I'm open. Sometimes I'd have a preferential. I think because when I was younger, I would used to think that okay, I'm gay. I'm gonna have all sons. I'm gonna molest all of them, and because I had like an ego problem, a serious ego problem, and everything had to focus around me, or I was just gonna destroy it. But I see that it was wrong the way I was thinking, and usually, so if I'm in a relationship with someone, that relationship has to be with me and that person, and the kids are natural extensions from that relationship. And so, whether they're adopted or blood, and so even just because you have a blood kid doesn't mean that that kid's going to be more blood to you than the adopted ones.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And but yeah, so I think I'd probably take I would um, I don't know. I think that if I had all boys, I'd probably be acting like a den master all the time, like a Boy Scout den master. I'm like, oh, follow me, I'm the Pied Piper, and but that would be just like so high maintenance. If I had girls, I'd probably be, oh my God, I'm gonna dress them up, I'll make them look pretty. We're gonna change outfits every day, 3 times a day, because I
Yeah.
want to take pictures of the girls and put it on Instagram. Because I think I'd have too much fun with the girls. But then again, I don't know. I really don't know. And then, if I had some unique kids that were either, GLBT or something like that, or two-headed kids or one-eyed kid, I would still treat them the same way, or a deaf kid, I'd still treat them the same way.
Yeah, I
I'd
would
still want
too.
to dress them up and um, be with them every step of the way, just because that came from me. It's my child. Ah, that's
Yeah.
that's how I'd act like and stuff. Yeah. Then I'd be on the lookout for like partners for them, and I know they'd be pissed off. Especially, how do you find a partner for a one-eyed girl or a one-eyed boy, like that boy we saw in that video?
Mhm.
And I'd be looking for another one-eyed opposite-sex partner or same-sex partner. Depends on what they want to do. That would be so weird, though. I can't. Oh my God! And how would they breathe if they're trying to give each other, cunnilingus or fellatio, and they have no nose and they can only breathe through their mouth? That would be problematic. I probably guess they probably wouldn't want to do that. You know.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
so, yeah, I'm out there. I think like I smoke weed, but I don't smoke weed. But yesterday was a unique experience. I think it was yesterday, maybe it was the day before. I think it was yesterday. I was like, just let me get out of this house, Lord. I'm scared. Not this house, but the house I was in with James. I was scared to death that he was going to kill me or something.
He
But
wanted to kill you?
no, I was afraid that James might do something to compromise my security, like kill me. I don't know why I was thinking that. It's just that we were in an abandoned home that he was fixing up with his family for his landlord. And there was this like mattress there we were having sex on, and with me, I was mostly doing him. He wasn't really having sex with me or nothing. And let's see, I'm gonna look at what you sent. Is this picture too sexy to look
No, don't say
at?
it out loud. She
Oh,
might hear
yeah,
this.
I actually saw this picture before, and now, yeah, that's her. That's the one. Yeah, I feel so sorry for her because I know that she's not getting any. And obviously she has been. No one's just going to enter the internet. I was so prim and proper, and then when I met people who were actually masturbating online and doing all kind of stuff, I was sexually excited, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do that with them. Am I talking too fast? Or,
It's just
can you hear me now?
yeah, I can now, but like you said I feel yeah, like when you were like saying I feel sorry for her and then after that it kept skipping and I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Oh, well, it's too late. I don't remember what I said. See how I think I don't remember. I think I was saying that I don't remember that she should color her hair and take off her glasses and wear some makeup to make her slutty makeup to make her look as sexy as her sexy underwear or slutty as her sexy underwear or slutty underwear. I don't know.
I have another one to Cindy that's pretty funny.
Do what?
I have another one to Cindy that's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sending.
Is she the one that was supposed to be like, going meeting all these people?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that was her. She's English or something. Yeah, I felt so sorry for her. Do you feel that's where she said she got pregnant from some guy? What was it, from Elvis Presley or from one of the band members of One Direction?
No, it's Prince Harry now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she thinks that just because she's English or has English heritage that people are going to believe her bullshit when she talks about English or English things or UK things. But yeah, I used to hate One Direction, but now I'm started starting to like them because they're looking more American. I like that one guy from India. I like the guy holding the Triscuits. I love the Neil guy. That guy has the biggest penis in the world.
Who
The other
does?
two, I'm kind of thinking, are so queer, closet queer. But I do like how they're wearing their clothes. But that woman is crazy. God bless her. And that's not pregnancy. That is blubber. Because pregnancies are like this, like that, look like a big P, or sometimes like a lowercase p. But her blubber goes like And she's got underneath it, and then it hangs over the side of her. So, yeah, poor girl, poor woman. Sponsor the One Direction tour. Love that those rubber duckies. I feel so sorry for.
Oh, the shower curtain.
Yeah, and then they're like standing right in front of her toilet. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
You see what you sent? Yeah, that's. I'm sorry, that's blubber.
Oh my god.
Let's see what kind of appliance she has. It's a Roper um um refrigerator.
See, like what she told me was, I thought she'd been pregnant like what over a year. She said she hasn't. Paul Walker got her pregnant apparently, and she miscarried those babies a few months after she was pregnant with them for a few months. And she got pregnant again, this time by Prince Harry. And she told me that Prince Harry's coming on Wednesday.
Oh boy. Yeah, to New York. Where does she live? I forget.
Massachusetts.
Oh, I guess he's gonna. Look, I don't think that a woman that age can carry kids, can she? You know?
I don't know.
Hi,
Can you put this on
Miss.
after we're done with this?
Oh, I want, but you know what? Don't be afraid, Brooks, because this lady is that's a public. I can put it on private if you want me to. That's a
Yeah.
public image, and she doesn't realize it, but she has exposed herself to the public. And I know that her account is on public. I know this. It's not closed. It's open, so anyone can have access to her stuff.
She never
So
she never posted that one to Facebook, but I think she wanted to.
I think she may have, Brooks, because I saw it. I actually saw those pictures before, because I look at everything. I totally do, and I know I saw her before because I was rolling my eyes. I'm like, this bitch thinks she got this and that and this and that, and because she was, and then when you were talking about it, I couldn't remember who that was, but I knew I saw her somewhere, and she was like, oh, she's pregnant from this person, and I'm like, no, you're not, honey. You're their great 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 grandmother, and so but she has a public account and she did it to herself. But you know what? Sometimes the exposure might help reclaim her sanity. Because if she could be sued, not not slander, but the other one for falsely accusing someone of making her pregnant. And God help her if she has that One Direction stuff. Those boys are gonna. I'm not gonna say they're attack her.
Should
I'm
hit
just gonna say,
on her.
yeah. She might be saying that just so she could get more hits on her counter. Because she definitely is an exhibitionist, and those boobs were ready to see by everyone before. I do not have her in a private chat, but I did see those boobs before, and I did see. I did. I saw her belly in like about 15 different pictures, and it was hanging over just like this. And it'd go up, and then you'd see where she wore her pants, and it
Oh
was
yeah, yeah.
it was just disgusting. It was like the Weight Watchers before picture, and God bless her and all. If you wanted to hang on, Brooks, if you want to turn off that thing, you could, Ricky. Is that what you were gonna do? What were you gonna do in the porch? They're out to go. Okay, never mind. I heat the porch to keep it warm so that when we go on the porch, it's warm, not cold. But but yeah, don't be afraid, Brooks, about that one because what she's doing is in the public. Everybody already access to her account. Everything that she posted now belongs to the public until she privates it and until she closes it to friends. And that's not one girl who wants her to close her stuff because she wants male attention. You know, she totally does. She wants some DICK. And apparently she's getting it from Prince Harry, Prince this, Prince that, One Direction. Oh, dead. So, and then, if she's going to drop a kid or like have a miscarriage, I'm like, that's not a miscarriage. That's delivering a stillbirth. That's delivering a dead baby, because that baby's big, because she's a big girl,
She said she's pregnant with quads, and she said it was triplets. Now she says it's twins.
Yeah. Oh my God, I actually have a picture of a woman who was pregnant with twins, and she was the biggest thing in the world. And it was the guy I was in love with named Sean. He married that heavyset woman. Um, uh, her name is, I think, she looked like a mess. There's this one thing that she, what the fuck?
What is it? It's kind of frozen.
That's funny. Oh, if you can see it.
Yeah, it's really pixelated.
Brought to you by the letters UTF. I got a picture of James's penis.
Oh, you do?
Boyfriend, yeah, but she was just as big. If he knew, let me turn off this light too. Look at that.
I can't.
Do you see that?
Barely. It's really pixelated.
Do you see that?
Yeah. She's huge.
Gargantuan. Good Lord.
She's really big.
Yeah, and those were twins. So if that other fat lady's having twins, then she's not big enough. That's what twins looks like on a 400-pound woman. She's kind of pretty in the face, but she's a bitch.
She is.
She used to talk Sean out of like talking to me because he was living with her and he had to do everything that she said, or else he could get the F out of her house. I shouldn't laugh, but I'm jealous. It's always those fat girls that steal my boyfriends. For guys I wish were my boyfriends. What can you do? Yeah, that's what twins looks like on a heavy-set woman. And that woman's heavy-set, and if she had twins, she'd be looking like that. God.
Yeah.
You think as big as she is, she was pregnant by the whole One Direction. And stuff. I got this baby and that baby from Neil and this and that. But I like the one who's from India the most. He is so cute. I mean, to me, I wouldn't mind playing around with Liam, but I like the guy from India the most. I don't know his name.
Zane.
Zane. I love Zane. Yeah, that's his name. That's his name. So hot. Hashtag. And I know he's bisexual because I saw a picture of him in the nude, and he was letting some guy give him head. Couldn't believe it. I was like, that should have been me. Ah. I'm still waiting for David Beckham to marry me, leave his wife Posh Spice, but it's never going to happen. I already got kids. And you see, that's what I was afraid of. That girl from Australia who liked me because she was talking like that about me, like, oh, Bite Hunter loves me or something like that. We're gonna have kids and get married and this and that. She had our whole life planned. I'm like, dude, I like dick. I don't know how you tell that to a person who's got our life planned out. So I was afraid of.
Did she say that?
Yeah, she made videos about it, and I'm like, you know, she made some. She was, I think, going under USA Love or something like that on Keek,
She said
and
she wants to get married.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I was afraid to befriend her at first. God, I hope she never watches these videos. I think she's actually subscribed to me from YouTube, just in case. Love ya, hi. Just talking nice. Pretty sure she subscribed to me on YouTube too, because she's on YouTube
I
now.
really like her.
I like her. She's a sweet girl. I just don't have a cock big enough in the world to make her happy. And so I hope she finds some good dick. What's that? I'm sure she's not going to be happy. I might as well have a vagina. So I think that she definitely will find a man that is more suitable for her. And huh?
I said I'm sure she will.
Yeah, she's a sweet girl. Surely there's some black guy with a big 25-foot Shaka Zulu Mandingo penis who will stick it up her and give her babies. And I think that she's a sweetheart of a lady, and I think that she deserves the biggest cock in the world. And, but she deserves to be happy. I can't give it to her. I'm a big fag. If I hooked up with her, I'd probably want to wear her clothes and wear all her makeup. She's got a lot of makeup, and all that candy. Oh my God, she used to make like videos of candy. I used to watch all of her videos, like I was a stalker or something, to try to figure out why in the hell she liked me. And she'd like make videos of candy that she bought, and she's gonna eat, and she ate them and online. And didn't you ever watch those videos where she like bought candy and showed everybody her what do they call those things when you buy stuff? Her haul. She's like, people would be like, I went to Walgreens and I got a haul for y'all, and here is all my makeup that I got from Ulta and Walgreens and Walmart, and they'd be putting out the makeup and shit like that. And other people would be like, oh, I have a haul. Here's all the clothes I bought. Not Miss Thing. She's like, I have a haul. Here's all the candy I bought.
They got good candy down there in Australia. The stuff
she does.
Good.
They have good candy there, and apparently she's kind of wealthy or something like that. Maybe I should have played along just for the money, but I'm not a whore like that. I wouldn't want to make somebody unhappy because it would only make me unhappy, and if I didn't enjoy myself, they wouldn't enjoy themselves, and what the hell's the money,
Yeah.
And so I hope that she hooks up with someone that loves her, whether it's female or male, one-eyed or double-headed, just somebody. And there's no way I'm ever going to be able to afford to go to Australia unless somebody pays for it. I bet you she would too.
I don't even have
Do what?
passport. I said
Do what?
I said it's probably expensive, and I don't even have a passport.
Yeah. I'm sure that she could get one. I think she actually does have one because I'm pretty sure she traveled. And I could have swore that I watched one of her Keeks where she showed me her passport. And she was actually, I think, making one. I could swear she did. It was like one of the first 3 videos that she made on that channel, USA Love or something like that, where she said, come to Australia, let's get married. And I think that if I were straight, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because usually guys, um, who complain about female weight are usually closet homosexuals who haven't accepted their own sexuality yet, and their preference for men shows by the fact that they don't want to have a relationship with women, and they treat women in a standoffish position. They beat them, they treat them wrong, they talk down to them, they call them all kinds of wicked names, which basically is a fear of intimacy with those women because they don't want to be intimate with them because they're accepting their inner closet homosexual. And sure enough, eventually, when they get free time, they come out and they're all dick sucking fags that take it up the ass 5 miles long. And so I think that's why, a lot of guys treat women poorly because they're closet fags. And only a closet fag would tell a woman that she's sick about her weight, or you're too fat, or you're too this, you're too that. Whereas heterosexual males do not have a real straight guy is attracted to all women, whether she's thin or 1,000 pounds, and usually gay guys have tinier penises and they don't, not usually, sometimes, a lot of times they do, a lot of times they don't, but the ones who bitch about it the most, sex with women or fear it, is they got like some kind of tiny penis and all that femininity emasculates them. Whereas straight guys could have a small penis or the biggest penis in the world, like, yay, fat girls, because they could stick their penis anywhere and get off because there's so many rolls and blubbers and they could fuck any part of her and they'd be happy. Oh, get her in the ear, get her in the side, get her in the back, get her in the boobs. They probably wouldn't even reach the vagina and they'd probably stick it in between her fat rolls and get off like that. And like, oh, you're great, you're wonderful. And then they have a relationship. That's why, Sean went with, that heavy-set bitch. All those fucking fat girls steal my boyfriends. How the hell did they do that? They hypnotize the men. They change them from faggots to gays or something. But yeah, it's usually the gays that are closet gays who are afraid of women, afraid of intimacy with women because the women actually challenge the male's sexuality. And some males haven't decided yet where I want to be straight or I want to be gay. I think I'll be both. I'll just say I'm bi, and everyone will think I'm bi. No, we know that they're gay. They're just 100% super fag, and they can't hide it. And then they eventually come out of the closet, like that fucking Sheldon on that one show where he plays like some super smart person, and everyone can read the guy's faggot face and know that he's a fag, and then he's like, comes out and like, oh, I'm gay. I'm like, well, glad you know. I'm glad somebody told you. And then there's that other guy, that blonde guy, Doogie Howser. I forget what he stars in now, but I forget his real name. Really sexy, cute guy. Everyone thought that he was straight, but no. Everyone knew he was the biggest mo in town, and then he finally came out of the closet. I don't know, half of these actors, they think they're... Oh, and that other guy, that sickening guy, in John, maybe, opposite Charlie Sheen, that guy has to be the biggest, closetest, flamingest mo alive. And, no men... Who?
Did you say Charlie Sheen?
No, the guy that played opposite him. I can't remember his name. I think it's John Cryer. I could be wrong. But that guy is just like the screamingest, flamingest closet homosexual. Now he's come out of the closet. I suppose he thinks that everybody wants him. Not. Get back, Satan. It's ugly as hell. God bless America. And I felt so sorry for that boy that worked with them. I forget his name. I love Ashton Kutcher. He's fun, but I don't know. I guess he needed work. That's why he was desperate to go with those people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Poor Demi Moore. Poor Demi Moore doesn't have Ashton anymore. I don't know. Surely she should have understood that. I guess maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why they dumped each other or why he dumped her. But I don't know if it was because of her age or because of what. Maybe he thought that she robbed him of his youth or something. I don't know. But I can't. I hate to say it, but I saw it coming. And she didn't, and and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what?
I said yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that not Charlie Sheen, but not Charles Cooper, Charles Weston, not Charles Obama, but Charles. I'm glad that Charles Manson finally got married, or is about to. Girl looks kind of mouthy, but I still think that her heart is in the right place, and I pray to God that they can have babies. I really do. Watch, someone will try to kill her. It's not
Yeah.
funny, I know.
I always think
Because
if they were like to ever let Charles Manson out of jail, someone would kill him.
I don't think anyone would. I actually believe that there would be more people protecting him than those who would want to kill him. Because who would want to kill him? Um, Sharon Tate's family, or
You know,
the only people I could think that would want to kill Charles Manson would be the U.S. government, because Charles Manson poses a real threat to the American way of life, in so much that America is based on consumerism, and Charles Manson is totally non-consumeristic, and stuff.
yeah, like I saw a video of Sharon Tate's mom talking about how she thinks Charles didn't kill her daughter either.
Yeah.
She was right.
Yeah.
There's like Tex Watson and like Patricia Krenwinkel. They're the ones that killed her.
Yeah. Yeah. The girls and I think maybe another guy, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's Tex Watson.
Yeah. That reminds me of Jeffrey Dahmer. He was so cute.
I
I saw
thought
him
so
in,
too.
do what?
I said I thought so too.
And I know I saw him in person at one of the gay parades or something.
You did?
And I used to go to them all the time, every single. I just knew something was off about him because he went
Met
to.
him?
Do what?
You met him?
I didn't like meet him in person, but there. Do you know how like when you're walking in like the gay parade or afterward? But well, back then it used to be like it was like wall to wall gays, and you could like walk down the street and it was like one gigantic block party, like it was when you guys went there. And there's a lot of popular people there. There are stars there, and you don't know it. And you're hobnobbing with stars, and you're hobnobbing with people that are unique and all that. Um, uh, and you get to remember their likenesses, and that's what I did. I was quite young, and oh God, or something like that. I think.
That you
I don't
saw Jeffrey
remember.
Dahmer?
I could have. I swore I did. Now I'm doubting myself. Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe I just had Jeffrey Dahmer on the brain or something. Because he has sort of common features. Maybe I didn't. I probably didn't. I don't know.
What
But
about Ted Bundy? What do you think of him?
um, to me, he's like a snot. He has a snotty attitude. So I would probably more like flip the switch at his electrocution, just because he irritates me so much. I find him very annoying, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Flip. So I shouldn't be so mean like that. But
I know a
you know,
lot of women thought he was real hot and stuff.
yeah, I don't. I think he's kind of run of the mill. I mean, to me anyway. I'm not a hot number myself, but to me, I just think that I'm thinking of the Boston Strangler. Okay, Ted Bundy was young. Okay, yeah, yeah. Is he the one who killed those 9 nurses?
Now he's the one that killed all those women that were like he'd like act like he was hurt, like he had a broken arm, or he'd use crutches and stuff, and make those women think that he was like sick and stuff, and they needed help, and he'd get them in his car, and he'd kill them,
Wow.
have sex with them. I think he's a necrophiliac.
Wow. That's goofy.
I think he was like I can't think of how many people he killed. Some people say like over 100. Some people say 30. I can't remember.
Well, I bet you if he's done one, I could believe 100, just because if that was his, if he, when a person gets horny, and I'm sure he probably got horny a lot, he probably looked
To
to harm them.
like hardcore pornography and stuff.
Yeah, and you know what? Hardcore pornography is commonplace today. I don't know if you know about it. I'm sure you do. Maybe, I don't know.
No,
But
no.
on the internet, oh my God, I like on my iPhone, I had nothing but gay applications and the chat rooms, like the Snapchats, the well, I haven't downloaded them to my phone yet, but they were on my other iPhone 5, somewhere around here, and like from Grinder, and it's commonplace for everyone to share pictures of their genitals, whether they're soft or erect or or sexually excited or not. And boob shots, they're just so commonplace that it's everybody's sext
Sex.
sex each other, and and there's so many applications like dating applications that allow people to show their private properties, their genitals and whatnot. And it's just so commonplace today. I mean, commonplace. In fact, one of my or two of my, I think, YouTube channels um, uh, um, are dedicated to porn, me and porn, and I have to put all that on private so that I don't get it deleted, or because I could lose my YouTube account. I mean, you can't, you could put soft porn on YouTube, but you have to put like warnings on. I don't know how to do that. If I did, I'd leave them on the open. But I've got like all these private channels of me having sex with other guys, like the um, let me see, the other channels I have. Um,
I didn't know you could
oh,
post that on YouTube.
do what?
I didn't know you could post porn on YouTube.
You can, as long as it's private. You gotta make sure that all the videos go up private, and so, but you gotta still make sure that all those things are checked. All the check marks or all the tick boxes are checked private, so that that information or those videos can't be shared except with the people that you want to share them with, in order to sexually excite them, or in order to trade and stuff like that. And that's how I learned how to do it. That's how I learned how to get into gay porn, because all those guys on YouTube were masturbating and sharing it with me to, I guess, make themselves feel good about themselves and like gain followers and subscribers and make them be in love with them. And that's, I was like with YouTube in 2005, 2006, right, with it. And I was uh, Taco McBite, and then I changed it to Bite Hunter. Then I lost that account because porn. So I left the porn on the open, and I was in a spa just washing myself or sitting in a sauna for two of them, and somebody saw it, and I guess they were mad at me. I wasn't really doing anything bad in it. It was all soft porn, and they flagged it, and there went my account because I did it more than 3 times. And so now I put the other one that I have on private. I had like something about vaginas. Not Vaginosaurus bite. Oh God, I can't remember the name. I
What
know it's
like what does bite hunter mean?
bite hunter. Bite is is a French word which means penis. Hunter is an English word that means hunter. Penis hunter is the meaning of bite hunter.
And what
So I
about
could put all my shit on there. And then these other motherfuckers from Canada or something like that, who got their account from GoDaddy.com. Um, Started a BiteHunter.com, and people say let's go out for a little bit to eat, like a bite to eat. They started this website or this application called Bite Hunter, so people could check on that app to see where they could go for a bite of food in their neighborhood. And so now I wrote them and I said, listen, I've been Bite Hunter for 5 more years than you guys ever existed. You guys should let go of it or I might sue you. They never did. They took over the site that I was going to buy, and there's nothing I could do about that now. But I still hold proprietary claim to the words Bite Hunter. But now that my account was canceled, there it goes. Because Bite Hunter was like one word together, capital B-I-T-E, capital H-U-N-T-E-R. And now I have to like put a Bite space Hunter, and I don't even know how the hell that looks.
Now, what does bite chorizo mean?
But okay, bite means penis in French. Chorizo is a slang way of saying penis in Spanish. Chorizo is Mexican sausage, like Polish sausage,
Yeah.
Mexican sausage. So penis is basically the name of that. So I'm such a pervert. I'm naming all of my names after sexually innuendoed phrases to seduce or to entice people into thinking that the name is relatively inane when in fact it's super hypersexually charged in order to stalk the brain, or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually don't like the name by chorizo because it's just too gay. It's just too stupid. And who's going to get chorizo?
I know you've had like 3 Key accounts. I can't think of what the second one was called.
I was Bite Hunter Rodeo West.
Rodeo West. What does that mean?
Rodeo. Well, rodeo is kind of the opposite of Bite Hunter. Bite Hunter is like a penis hunter, and Rodeo West is like a rump rider, or like a rodeo is where a guy on a horse or a woman on a horse, not a horse, a cow, a bull gets on and tries to see how long that they can ride that bull. And west is like go west. It's like an old term that everybody used to tell the gay guys, if you want to be a fag, go west, go to California. And so Go West became like a theme song for the Village People. Go West, because they were like, they're fags, and they were like trying to encourage the positive side of faggotry. And so Rodeo West would be like, instead of being a bottom, as the gays might say it, to take the dick up the ass, be a rodeo, be the rider of that bottom, be a top rider, and go west. So hump guys and go west, it's like Rodeo West is like a top who screws bottoms in the West, which is synonymous with, gay.
Yeah.
Because of San Francisco. So I'm always keeping those gay-themed things and making them seem so nonchalant and all that. But, yeah, can you do? And yeah, there was Rodeo West, Bite Hunter, and that fucking asshole stalker of mine, who I haven't saw in a while, it's probably subscribed to me in secret, Lance Ronay. He was the one who closed my Bite Hunter account because he flagged my video because I exposed my penis to him, and I guess he got mad at me for talking to girls, and because he can't cop a rap with them, no one wants to have nothing to do with him because he's such a perv, and then I think Rodeo West was another account he closed. I'm like, I'm fucking done with this asshole. And then somebody sabotaged my Rodeo West account, and so somebody hacked my Rodeo West account. I used to say Rodeo because I'm thinking Rodeo Drive instead of Real Rodeo, like Rodeo Drive is in Beverly Hills or something. And I like the way Rodeo sounds better than Rodeo, because Rodeo sounds too guttural, and Rodeo sounds a bit more faggy, a bit more she poo poo. It's rodeo, not rodeo, But anyway, Yeah, so I don't let him on my accounts anymore. He's subscribed to me like a billion times on Twitter and on Keek, and he had me like sign up for a bunch of shit just so that he could like stalk me and make sure he knew what I was doing. And I'm like, if you want me that much, why don't we just have sex? How about I come to California or you come here and let's have sex? And he's like, no, I'm straight. Okay, that's why he want. But I guess he just likes to use me to uh, yeah, get a higher count because like on Keek on one of his channels or Twitter now, um, he like makes tweets or all the time, and they're about me. He's like, Bite Hunter, I love you. Bite Hunter, you're a fag. Bite Hunter, this. Bite Hunter, that. And he's like, if you check him out, if you could, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you even like, look up Bite
Yeah,
Hunter, you'll probably run into all of his tweets about me. He's like has over 10,000 tweets about Bite Hunter. I love you, Bite Hunter. Be mine. The guy is like he just wants someone to use as a scapegoat in order to so he could step on that scapegoat and climb to the top of the charts of how many tweets he has just to say, oh look, I'm big, important. I've got all these tweets. When all he has is pure shit. Nothing original. Nothing. It's all about me, one right after another, and and so like I said, I offered. He already showed me a picture of his penis. I didn't expose him. I didn't flag his goofy videos or his tiny wee wee peeing into a cup or into a jar or something or I'm sorry, a can of a plastic thing of Mountain Dew. He's weird. God bless him. And then he's always like talking about Evie, like some cartoon. And but yeah, you know, just trying to figure out that because I had like dinosaurs love Jesus. That was one of my Google accounts, um, or my accounts on YouTube. Dinosaurs love Jesus. Something about vagina. Oh, I had an account and I still do called Vagina Yeast Infection. That's the name of my account, Vagina Yeast Infection. I thought it was funny at the time, but I still you could probably Google that. I think I might have like one video up of that. Um, so I must have at least about 50 to 75 different YouTube accounts. Death of Ideal, Taco McBite, Bite Hunter, Private Bite, uh, and then those other ones that I have that I included on my channel. I think there's Chip York, um, Well Hung for You, or Well Hung. No, Well Hung 24/7. So I come up with the craziest shit because I used to hang around with atheists on YouTube. Like when it started, that's all that was on there was atheists and child molesters. And I used to hang around with the atheists and the child molesters, and they were just the funnest people in the world. And they would do the craziest shit. And so, they'd come up with crazy names, especially all those guys from Canada. Then they'd like all go talk to Chris fucking Crocker and everybody. And Chris Crocker used to make fun of me. I fucking hate him for that because like he like made a few sarcastic videos about me. Um, because you see, I had a crush on that one dude, Sean, and Sean was friends with this other fucking faggot troll. Everybody knew everybody back then. His YouTube was like insular, and everybody would be a dick. Have sex with you, you're not my type. And he's like, oh, I'm straight, but yet he's going with all these faggots in the world, and then he's exposing himself to that one lesbian bitch online with Lacey Green. I'm telling you, we all know each other. So much as know me as they know to make fun of me. She's studying to become a lawyer, like that. And these videos that she makes are paid videos, and she's working for some kind of like and was dressed up like me. Here I am, a gay male. I don't need to be attacked by other fucking gays. You know, I get all that shit from the straight people. Why fucking attack me? You know, and
Yeah.
and I don't attack gay God. I never say anything bad about gay God. I never said anything bad about Carl Kr.
You knew Gay God?
Do what?
You knew Gay God?
Yeah,
Matthew Lush?
my channel Matthew Lush, yeah, and but he has a really cute boyfriend now. I don't know if they're still dating. I haven't looked at his stuff lately, just because he was such a show off. But now slower or something.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like a turn maybe back in
But you know Matthew Lush?
yeah.
Oh, he's really popular now.
He's always been popular, always. Because, you know, who's gonna call himself a god and then call themselves gay? Popular gays and Yush, um uh William Sled and um Chris Crocker. Those were like the big three. Oh yeah, and Michael. He used to have his own show. I forget what it was called. Michael something. I forget what. And my best friend who's a tranny who lived in Kentucky who's so jealous of me, Michael Scott. That's his real name, Michael Anthony Scott. He goes by the name Michelet. He was he actually he William Sled lives in Paducah or lived in Paducah, and Michael Scott was living in Paducah at the time too. And so Michael knew. I told Michael, "Hey, introduce yourself to William. I know him here. He knows me there." And you know, most of the people don't know me by the name Robert Hidalgo. They know me by Bite Hunter. Bite Hunter is a stalker at everybody, or you know, something. See. And so, but not anymore and stuff. What's going on, Brooks? What are you doing down there, Bobby? I'm just on the what? What? What are you doing? I'm on the computer. I'm on the computer. I'm on the computer, sweetheart. Take the computer to your bedroom tomorrow. I will. And you're in a chair, and you do your work up there. Don't be in the basement. All right, sweetheart. All right, dear.
Hey, well,
What happened?
I better go. My computer's dying.
Oh, okay. You're
All right.
okay?
Yeah, nice talking to you.
Good talking to you too, Brooks. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye, Brooks. Oh, I forgot to find out whether keep this on private or not. Anyway, thank you for listening to our horrible gossip, or my, and thanks for hanging out with me and Brooks on Google Hangouts. Bye.